Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news. So, here we are, folks, in the midst of another intense NFL season, and the Chicago Bears are once again at the center of some intriguing developments that could seriously shake up the NFC North. We all know how competitive this division is, with the Vikings, Packers, and Lions all vying for supremacy, but the Bears are quietly making some strategic moves that could give them a crucial edge. And what's catching everyone's attention right now is their current depth at the defensive end position. It's a position that's become a bit of a concern lately, especially after the team had to place one of their key players on injured reserve just a few weeks ago. That player, of course, is Austin Booker. The second-year edge rusher, who showed flashes of potential last season, was dealing with a knee injury that ultimately landed him on IR in late August. Now, with Booker out, the Bears find themselves with only 4 defensive ends currently active on the roster. And that's a tight spot, especially heading into a big Monday Night Football clash against the Minnesota Vikings at Soldier Field. You see, the Bears have Montez Sweat, who's been a game-changer since arriving via trade from Washington, and he's been leading the charge with relentless pass-rushing ability. Sweat's presence alone has added a much-needed spark to the defensive front, but they're also counting on Dayo Odeyingbo, Daniel Hardy, and Dominique Robinson to step up and fill the void. The question is, will that be enough? According to The Athletic's Kevin Fishbain, the Bears aren't sitting still. They've been actively scouting and trying out new options in recent days, trying to find that perfect piece to bolster their pass rush. Recently, they brought in 11 players for tryouts, including some notable names like Isaiah Foskey, who, for those of you who follow college football and the NFL draft, is a player with a lot of potential. Foskey, out of Notre Dame, was drafted in the second round by the New Orleans Saints in 2023, and he's familiar with head coach Dennis Allen, who now serves as the Bears' defensive coordinator. It's interesting to note that Foskey was waived by the Saints just 2 weeks ago in their final roster cuts, so his availability is very recent. But here's the thing, no signing has been announced yet. The Bears are clearly keeping their options open, monitoring who's available, and trying to find the best fit for their current needs. They're not rushing into anything, but the interest in Foskey and other edge rushers like Miles Cole and Hayden Harris shows that the front office is very aware of the importance of bolstering their pass rush, especially with the playoff push in sight. They've been very open about their confidence in the interior line, led by Grady Jarrett and Gervon Dexter Jr., who have been exceptional at applying pressure from the middle. General Manager Ryan Poles has been vocal about the progress of these players, emphasizing how Sweat's arrival has elevated the entire unit. "I think this was the best training camp Montez Sweat's had," Poles said recently. "He's in really good shape, ready to go. I think Dexter's ready to make a move." And then when you put those guys together with Grady, he's been a great addition, not only on the field, but his leadership. That whole group is really lifted in terms of their play and their mentality. And then with Dennis, I'm sure there's things we haven't even seen yet in terms of him helping and enhancing and creating confusion to get to the quarterback. That's a pretty strong statement, and it shows how much faith the front office has in their defensive line, even amid some concerns about their pass rush at the edges. But the reality is, they need more depth. The NFL season is a grind, and injuries are always lurking. The fact that Booker is on IR has made it clear that they're actively seeking reinforcements. Foskey's college tape and recent experience with the Saints make him an intriguing option, especially given his familiarity with Dennis Allen's defensive schemes. Plus, the Bears have also hosted other players like Miles Cole from Texas Tech and Hayden Harris out of Montana, who had brief stints with the Bills and Jaguars respectively. Cole was drafted in the 7th round by Jacksonville but was waived, and Harris, who went undrafted, was cut after a scuffle at practice, which might have affected his chances. Now, let's talk about the importance of this move in the context of the Bears' ongoing season. They've been showing resilience and growth under the coaching staff, especially defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, who's been working tirelessly to improve the pass rush. The team's interior rush, led by Grady Jarrett and Dexter, has been promising, but the edges need to complement that effort. Sweat has been fantastic, but they need more options to keep fresh players on the field and to generate consistent pressure against talented quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins and the rest of the Vikings' offense. And for all of you Bears fans out there, you know how critical this is. The defense has often been the backbone of this team, especially when the offense has struggled at times. But with the right additions, whether Foskey, Cole, Harris, or someone else, the Bears could solidify their pass rush and turn their defense into one of the league's most feared units. Remember, this isn't just about this season. It's about laying the foundation for sustained success. The front office is clearly aware of that, and they're doing everything they can to put their team in the best position to succeed. Now, let's zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture. The NFC North is shifting, no doubt about it. The Lions are making noise with their explosive offense. The Packers are always lurking with their veteran QB and solid defense, and the Vikings are looking to bounce back after some early season struggles. The Bears, meanwhile, are trying to capitalize on the momentum they've built so far. They've got a talented roster, but depth at key positions like defensive end can be the difference between a playoff appearance and an early exit. This ongoing search for pass rushing help also speaks to the strategic mindset of GM Ryan Poles and head coach Matt Eberflus. They're not content with just piecing things together. They're actively looking to upgrade and find those hidden gems who can come in and make an immediate impact. And Foskey, being a young player with a high ceiling, fits that mold perfectly. If he's signed, he could play a vital role down the stretch, especially in high-pressure moments like Monday Night Football. And it's not just about the immediate impact. The Bears are building a culture of competition and development. Players like Dexter, Sweat, and potentially Foskey can push each other to elevate their game, which benefits the entire team. They've invested heavily in their interior line, bringing in Grady Jarrett to add veteran leadership and experience, but the edges are still a work in progress. That's why the front office is so keen on adding someone like Foskey, someone who can bring that extra pass-rushing punch that could be the difference in a close game. Looking ahead, the Bears' defense has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been the key to becoming a top-tier unit. If they can add depth at defensive end and keep their core healthy, their chances of contending in the NFC North increase exponentially. The schedule ahead is tough, no doubt, but with the right personnel, they can go toe-to-toe with anyone. The importance of these roster moves cannot be overstated. They're a testament to how serious the Bears are about their Super Bowl aspirations. Now, for all of you watching right now, I want to emphasize how pivotal these next few weeks are. The NFL trade deadline is approaching, and it's likely the Bears will make some moves. Whether Foskey officially joins the team or not, the message is clear. Chicago is not sitting still. They're actively trying to strengthen their roster, improve their pass rush, and set themselves up for a deep playoff run. The fans' energy, the team's focus, and the front office's strategic planning are all converging to make this a season to remember. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Foskey or another edge rusher could be the missing piece for the Bears? Are you confident in the current defensive line's ability to hold up against the division rivals? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. This team is on the rise, and every move counts when it comes to chasing that elusive Super Bowl trophy. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, bear down.